the World Business Academy has teamed up with a magazine called The Intelligent Optimist. And we are launching a program to try to bring good news to your inbox every morning. And the bottom line is that good news actually can change your consciousness. It's not boring good news like firefighter rescues kitten from tree. No, it's very sweet, right? It makes you feel good for a second, but then you realize that nothing's changed. I actually saw this on a TV in an airport, and I was looked like a lunatic with my camera phone trying to take a picture of this. And it's like, why is he so excited about firemen rescuing a kitten from a tree? Anyway, so it's not that. That's good. With the local news covers that every night, so you can tune in at 10 o'clock for that or whatever. We're talking about real solutions. And these are solutions like a new app to make life easier for diabetics using Instagram, possible leukemia cure, major medical breakthrough for patients, India to increase solar capacity 20-fold in the next 7 years. After fighting to go to school, a young Pakistani woman builds her own. More than 140 nations, US and China, adopt treaty to cut mercury. Get happy, celebrate the first UN International Day of Happiness. And that leads to a happy you. And these are happening every day, right? But if you pick up the newspaper, it's mostly doom and gloom about how ISIS is somehow going to invade America or something. And it's not true. The trend lines are positive. Our world is actually getting better. We have some major challenges. We talk about them here a lot. But I am incredibly hopeful because I was skeptical. I used to be a journalist. I thought good news was BS. And then I subscribed to the... I did. I subscribed to the Daily Optimist, and this is 100%. I wasn't even excited about this project until it started showing up in my inbox every day. And I didn't read it every day. But then I'd open it and be like, oh, wait. And I realized that I was reading 4 or 5 of the stories out of 5 every day. That's way more than I read from my New York Times email that I get every morning. Because it's really powerful, actual news that has a solutions bent. And in our hearts, 98% of the time, we're solutions focused as humans. And we want good news. And we are not provided that. So this is an opportunity for everyone to sign up. 5 new stories free every morning. I want to give you a quick example of the difference between our traditional media and what The Optimist does. So this, who knows who this guy is? Right. And how does that make you feel in your body when you just see his face? Horrible. Because this young guy, this young racist, brutally murdered 9 black church members in a racially motivated attack in South Carolina. His self-described motivation was to start a race war. Just sit with that for a second. This is what we see 24 hours a day on CNN when it happens. But why don't we know who this guy is? His name is Devon Bogan. He's the director of the Office of Neighborhood Safety in Richmond, California. In 2007, he invented a disruptive social program that identifies the men who are most likely to commit violent crime in the city of Richmond, and they convened them at City Hall in an opulent, beautiful conference hall. And they had placards with all their names on them, and they invited them in, 17 of them. And they sat them down. This was the nicest luncheon any of these guys had ever been to. And they said, guys, today's the day you're changing your lives. And they talked to them and said, if you are willing to commit to doing your best to stay on the right path, we're going to give you what's inside this envelope. There's an envelope in front of them. They all opened it, and it was a check for $1,000. And they said, now every month that you stay on track, we're going to give you another one of those checks. Richmond went from one of the worst homicide rates in the country. They had 45 shootings at a city of 100,000. I was shooting almost every single day with a precipitous drop. In 2013, they're down to 16. In 2014, they're down to 11 homicides in the city. It was a turnaround, and it's changed the entire city. And it's because people believed in them, and they gave them a solution, and they had an advocate that would stand with them and try to help them get their life together. And that's the kind of innovation that's happening now. And he's saved way more lives than that other guy took. And he's doing it every year. And this is a trend that is scalable. It's a solution for the United States. And if this is the kind of information we're feeding ourselves and feeding each other, the world's going to shift. So, 3 a.m. every day, you're going to get an email with 5 of these headlines. And they're not all going to be quite that amazing, right? I picked the best one. But they're really powerful stuff. So, and if you want to subscribe and get 12 more, you pay $4.95 a month. Your money goes to the Intelligent Optimist to continue the service, and the World Business Academy is also supported through your monthly subscription. The good news is, for leaders, that optimism isn't necessarily innate. Unlike many personality traits and talents, optimism is one of the few emotions that people can acquire. And that's from the Gallup Business Journal, no lightweight. So when you're ready, sign up at b.theoptimist.com/OPI. OPI is the Omega Point Institute, one of the sister nonprofits of the World Business Academy. And I will also email everyone on our list this link as a follow-up to this meeting. So if you don't get it, I will send it to you. And with that, I would just like to close on a positive note, which is that the energy in this room is proof that we're capable of big things, and that this community can lead in the state's transition to renewable energy. I was just talking to one of our board members today about the necessity of the solution that we're going to be modeling if California is going to hit its renewable energy goals, and if we're going to continue to be a leader in this country and in the world on renewable energy. So leave with the knowledge that just by showing up and staying in touch with us and working with us on this monthly basis, you're doing an important part of this, what I would call an energy revolution. So thank you.